Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Doesn't Conform, bringing you my next Call of Duty Ghost weapon guide and best class setup. Today the gun we're talking about is the ARX-160, which is a decent assault rifle, but it really shines on these smaller maps. And it's pretty unique because for the first 3 rounds it has reduced recoil, and it has a built-in laser sight which gives it better hip fire, but we'll talk about this stuff later on into the guide. And as always, after we get through the stats and stuff, I will give you some best class setups. But the first gameplay in the background is me going on a 23 kill streak, and then I get beasted by someone laying prone in a dead body, so I couldn't see them. So they ended my streak, but it's a pretty quick 23 kill streak. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And if you want, you can just skip right to the best class setups, or my suggested class setups which will be towards the end of the video. So yeah, feel free to do what you want. But without further ado, we're going to get right into these stats. The ARX can be unlocked with 10 squad points, and it fires at around 857 rounds per minute. It has an aim down sight time of 0.3 seconds, which is universal for every assault rifle in Call of Duty Ghosts. Without shooting a player in the head, the ARX can kill in 3 bullets at 25 meters or less with no attachments, 31 meters or less with the muzzle brake attachment, or 19 meters or less with the suppressor. After the damage has completely dropped off, you will be getting a 6 bullet kill with this weapon. At 34 meters or more with the no attachments, 41 meters plus with the muzzle brake, or 26 meters plus with the suppressor. Anything in between these last two distances, you will be getting a 4 to 5 bullet kill. The ARX-160 has a 1.5 headshot multiplier, which means if you're shooting a player in the head, you can get a 2 bullet kill. These distances are as follows: 26 meters or less with no attachments, 32 meters or less with the muzzle brake, or 20 meters or less with the suppressor. It does eventually fall off to a 4 bullet kill when you're shooting a player in the head, and these distances are as follows: 34 meters or more with no attachments, 40 meters or more with the muzzle brake, or 26 meters or more with the suppressor. Anything in between these distances, you will be getting a 3 bullet kill, if you're shooting that player in the head, that is. And as always, if you would like to see what these distances will look like in game, if you don't know what like 20 meters looks like, 40 meters, 50 meters, anything like that, you can check out the video in the bottom left. It's a previous video I did, which displays roughly what these distances would look like if you're curious, so go check that out if you'd like. The ARX has your standard ammo counts with a 30 bullet magazine by default, 45 with extended mags, 90 bullets total with no extended mags or fully loaded, 135 bullets total with just extended mags, 210 bullets total with fully loaded, and 315 bullets total with fully loaded and extended mags. The ARX has pretty standard reload times as well, at 2.45 seconds with bullets left in your magazine, 3.15 seconds with an empty magazine, and with both an empty reload and with bullets left in your magazine reload, you can get about a 2.3 second reload cancel. So now we're going to take a look at the recoil charts of the ARX. And in the bottom left is just an ARX with no attachments, and in the bottom right is just an ARX with a grip. And as you can see, the default ARX has some very high vertical recoil that is all over the place, and the grip is just a version of that which is slightly reduced. But trust me, I would highly recommend running a grip at all times on this weapon. The recoil is just ridiculous. It is all over the place. You'll get zigzags. I did some wall tests and I just got zigzag vertical lines and stuff like that. So you definitely want the grip, as it really does help. It has a high center speed as well, which is good for a gun like this since it has high recoil. It has the second highest center speed among assault rifles. So if you're not going fully auto, you should be able to handle the recoil okay, since it does have a high center speed. The ARX also has the best hipfire spread amongst assault rifles. Since it does have a built-in laser sight and a high rate of fire, you will win most of your hipfire battles with other assault rifles. So that's pretty much it for the stats. Now we're going to talk about my preferred class setups. And as always, you can take these with a grain of salt. You don't have to copy them perk for perk or attachment for attachment. You can branch out and adjust it how you would like it, but these are just my preferred setups. So on the ARX we have the red dot and the foregrip. I recommend the foregrip on whatever class you make with this ARX. The red dot is just a personal attachment that I like because I don't really like the iron sights on this gun, and a red dot is always nice. But if you don't mind the iron sights, I would recommend using a muzzle brake and not a suppressor. This is my stealthy class, and I am not even using a suppressor because your range gets reduced so much. And this gun drops off to a 6 bullet kill, which is ridiculous. You really don't want a suppressor on this gun. But as far as the perks, we have Ready Up, Stalker, Off the Grid, Amplify, and Focus. As far as Amplify, you can use Dead Silence as well, whichever of the two you prefer. But Ready Up is just in case we get caught off guard. Stalker is just going to help you win more gunfights, being able to strafe, and being able to strafe around corners is nice. Off the Grid just to stay off the SATCOMs, and Amplify just to be able to hear other players and Dead Silence users. You can use Dead Silence if you don't sound or that much, but you don't want to be heard. And Focus is a really important perk on every assault rifle, as it helps reduce the flinch when you're getting shot at and reduce the weapon sway, which is really strong. But if you're not worried about showing up on the radar, you're not worried about strategy or flanking or any of that nonsense, and you just like going straight in, balls deep, head-to-head gunfights, then I have a class set up for you as well. We have these same attachments with the red dot and the foregrip. You can swap out the red dot if you don't mind the iron sights. I would recommend a muzzle brake just to give you more distance to not have a 6 bullet kill, which is what the ARX drops off to eventually, which is ridiculous. But as far as the perks, we have Ready Up, Sleight of Hand, Stalker, Quick Draw, and Focus. Ready Up is just going to be nice in case you do get caught off guard, and let's say both of you are sprinting, you have Ready Up and they do not. You will win that gunfight because you will be able to stop sprinting and have your weapon ready faster. Sleight of Hand just to reload quicker, since you're going to be getting in more gunfights and not really preparing for the engagements and stuff like that. Sleight of Hand is going to be nice. Stalker just to help you win more gunfights, being able to strafe while aimed down sight. Quick Draw just to aim down sight faster, which will help you win more gunfights as well. And Focus, which is the most important perk, having reduced flinch and reduced weapon sway, which will help you win a lot more gunfights, especially at longer ranges. And as always, like I said, you can adjust these classes accordingly. Like if you're playing in objective game mode, of course swap out for the objective perks if you're going to be playing the objective. If you want a secondary or lethal or tactical or something like that, you know, you can swap out a perk for that. I wouldn't recommend any of those. I just feel that they're all pretty much useless and you don't really need them. But that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you've missed any of my previous gun guides, you can check down in the description for a playlist to all of those, and let me know which guns you would like to see guides for next. I'm going to do SMGs unless you guys would like to see something else. Any of the guns that you would like, just let me know down in the comments. But I hope you guys did enjoy the gameplay as well. Kind of frustrating dying on a 23 kill streak to something like that, but nothing you can really do about it. But if you did miss my previous guide, which was on the MSBS, you can check that video out in the bottom left. Just go ahead and click on it. There will also be a link in the description. And you can also subscribe to the channel by clicking the big yellow subscribe button in the top left. I hope you all did enjoy the video, and I hope you learned something. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.